A journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. A single thought can change a life, and a single leader can influence countless.
So, if you could plant a seed of change in the world, what would it be?
We want to educate girls about period poverty and tackle the stigma around it.
We want to support all the adults' physical and mental well-being.
We want to provide communities in Sri Lanka with an option to repurpose plastic waste.
We want to teach the world how to code.
We want to open up pathways for the homeless community in Sheffield.
We want to support teenagers at risk of exclusion from school.
We want to support local businesses with managing their social media.
Today we're going to present to you two of our project stories, one of whom is graduating from Enactus Sheffield, and the other is just embarking on their Enactus journey.
If you've never been lonely, you don't realise what it is like.
It feels as though you've been dumped in the deep end and there's nobody there to rescue you.
Over 1.4 million older adults in the UK feel lonely most or all of the time. 60% of people in care homes don't receive a single visitor. Campaign to End Loneliness reports that social isolation is equivalent to smoking up to 15 cigarettes each day, and it can double your risk of developing Alzheimer's.
52% of adults over the age of 75 are physically inactive. The benefits of leading a healthy lifestyle, however, can prevent 93,000 cases of dementia every year. That's enough to fill Wembley Stadium. An active lifestyle can also prevent 900,000 cases of diabetes, or half the population of Paris. Those with the most to gain have the least access to interventions. That is why we created Motion Exercise.
Established in 2017, Motion is an award-winning social enterprise that tackles social isolation and sedentary lifestyle. Through designing and delivering data-driven, tailored exercise sessions, it aims to improve both mental and physical well-being.
To understand the needs of each care home, Motion conducts an initial assessment with the participants. This includes questions on mental and physical well-being, as well as any medical reasons that might impair their ability to exercise.
To inform the continuous development of each program, Motion undertook focus groups with professionals, selected based on their areas of expertise. This helped us understand the barriers older people face accessing physical activity and informed our multidisciplinary approach to making exercise more inclusive.
The program is split up into 6 to 8 week blocks. It's primarily built around improving the motioner's ability to perform functional and natural movements. The sessions are delivered by the same motion motivator to ensure that a deep and meaningful connection can be developed. We use equipment, storytelling, and group activities to keep our sessions fun and engaging for our participants. The intergenerational nature of our sessions can also help reduce depression, improve physical health, and ultimately increase individuals' motivation to participate in physical exercise.
In 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic prevented the motioners from going to care homes. So we demonstrated our entrepreneurial leadership skills by working with care homes to help minimize this risk. We developed an online subscription model utilizing Facebook portal devices. And this has enabled Motion to reach a greater number of care homes, deliver a more variety of sessions, and to positively impact more individuals. And it's for these reasons that we've adopted this method of session delivery into our business model permanently. Through these innovations and support from our partners, that Motion has come to the end of its life cycle and is ready to exit Enactus Sheffield. This has put Motion in a strong position to scale up regionally, nationally, and potentially globally.
To evaluate the program's success, we regularly measure impact. This helps us further improve our operations, ensuring that the health and well-being of each resident is at the heart of everything Motion does.
But we wanted to go further, and to do this, we have partnered with local organizations, launching into 3 chef care homes, delivering weekly sessions to over 87 residents.
To accommodate our growth, we have trained 8 Motion motivators, 4 of which are university students completing their Level 2 sports degree placement with us. This is creating the next generation of professionals who understand the importance of healthy aging.
To make the service as accessible as possible, each session costs as little as £2 per resident. The profit margin of 40% covers the marketing and sales costs and enables discounts to be offered. The profit has also been reinvested into innovation and additional support. This includes sports events and the use of wearable health tech devices to monitor impact, providing a unique solution that differentiates us from our competitors.
But Motion is much more than numbers. We believe that the best communities are those that have diverse people, inclusive environments, and equal opportunities for all. So let's hear from some of the participants of our program.
When I put the telly on about 2:10 and I say, oh, Archie's coming, and then as soon as Archie's face comes on, it's like a different world. The face is light up. I think it's making it fun, enjoyable. It's not just, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We do enjoy ourselves, and it's like we have a laugh and a banter, and it's enjoyable for them as well as making it enjoyable for us.
I'm an activities coordinator at Hallamshire Care Home. Well, I'd been thinking about having a sports day for a while. I just weren't quite sure of the logistics, and then I happened to mention it to Zizi, who runs our weekly exercise classes, and he said, I'm on board with helping you if you want to team up and we'll talk about how to go forward. So like, yes.
Done lots of different activities like an egg and spoon race, a beanbag throw. We've got a rowing machine here from a local gym.
You know, I hadn't had any experience in that, and I thought, oh, if I don't do it now, yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Rowing machine, absolutely fabulous. Yeah, I could have stayed on there a lot longer.
We have big plans for Motion. Following Motion's trajectory and with the support of organisations such as Sheffield City Trust and Innovate UK, our June 2022 objectives are to have 425 motioners and 30 care homes. This should see a profit of £6,240 through motion activity and a total revenue of over £16,000.
Although this project has achieved impact, this is not the end of Motion. We are proud to say that Motion has registered itself as a CIC and is leaving Enactus Sheffield as a self-sustaining social enterprise.
The successes of Motion have led the project to complete its journey with Enactus. So now let's look at Marine Moulders, a project that's at the beginning of its journey.
7 lorries worth of plastic. That's how much plastic has been dumped into the ocean since the start of this video. But that's only a fraction of the 12 million metric tons that enter the ocean every year. Without effective waste management solutions in place, by 2050 there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish. That is a shocking prediction.
What is the first thing that comes to your mind when someone says plastic pollution? The infamous pictures of sea turtles tangled in plastic packaging, or beautiful beaches littered with plastic bottles?
But what is the impact of plastic on people? We consume it, we drink it, we even breathe it.
One country that is suffering in particular is Sri Lanka, whose dependence on plastic waste and ineffective waste management are endangering communities. There are 2 major problems.
First, plastic waste causes a raft of health issues. Consumption of seafood infested with micro and nanoplastics can lead to reproductive and developmental issues. And with plastic waste being dumped and burned in the open air, communities in Southeast Asia have reported breathing difficulties, issues with sleeping, and feelings of nausea from inhaling toxic fumes.
Second, plastic pollution is detrimental to the economic livelihoods of communities. Fishing is a prominent industry in Sri Lanka and accounts for £104 million of the country's GDP. However, plastic pollution is the main cause in decreasing fish stocks, and it directly threatens the 560,000 people who rely on this source of income.
That's why we wanted to make a change. This is where Marine Moulders comes in.
Our vision is to create a small-scale waste management system that converts plastic waste into useful products. This was informed to us by the need assessment that we did in Sri Lanka.
We understand that international projects can be difficult, which is why instead of assuming their needs, we're working with the communities to help define them. We have partnered with the Sri Lankan Wildlife Conservation Society, a globally renowned NGO, to run focus groups with members of the fishing community to not only understand the problem, but to help empower them to develop entrepreneurial solutions too.
Although this project is in its early stages, Marine Moulders is more than just an idea. Our engineers have spent 18 months designing and prototyping an innovative, easy-to-use plastic molder, informed by the needs of communities in Sri Lanka.
We decided to build an injection molder based on material that we can find in Sri Lanka. We've already made a first module which didn't meet the needs of the people, so we're currently working on a second model. So how this machine works is we collect plastic from the community, shred it, and then
insert it into the heating chamber. The heating chamber will melt the plastic and inject it into a mold. This is the temperature controller. It controls the temperature so we can set the heating chamber to the temperature that we need, and the chamber is heated by heating bands. The mold can have different designs depending on the needs of the community and how it can accommodate them.
To fund our pilot project in Kalpitia and to develop a proof of concept, we are remolding Sheffield's plastic waste into plant pots, a product that is easy to make and simple to market. We aim to collect this plastic through river cleanup events in partnership with university groups such as the Sustainability Committee and sell the molded pots to the local independent shop. We have also identified an additional source of income by charging local businesses for collection of their plastic waste, enabling them in reaching their sustainability goals.
We aim to sell 500 plant pots by the end of the year, generating £1,000 of revenue to fund our trip to Sri Lanka, where we aim to trial our injection molding alongside Sri Lanka Wildlife Conservation Society.
By working closely with our partners and beneficiaries, we can ensure our project is viable and sustainable, ultimately achieving our goal, demonstrating that through effective waste management solutions, we can benefit not only the communities, but also the environment. This year, our 116 members have dedicated over 48,000 hours to help the lives of our beneficiaries, generating over £15,000 in revenue and tackling 9 sustainable development goals.
We have presented to you the full journey that Enactus projects navigate. Motion is a great example of entrepreneurial spirit, showing that it is possible for our projects to succeed and continue their growth independently.
As our developed projects move on, new projects like Marine Molder emerge, allowing the story of Enactus Sheffield to continue.
Taking one step at a time, inspiring one mind at a time, changing one life at a time.
Enactus Sheffield. Better leaders, better entrepreneurs for a better world.